Hi guys, in this one we're going to do a fish shop tour. I am very mindful that I haven't posted for probably over a month now. I have had a few messages and comments asking where I've been. I have been setting up my own business, guys, so I'm going to do 2 videos of 2 fish shop tours. Then I will do a video explaining what's been going on in my fish room. We have moved tanks on, but there's a reason for that which will all become apparent. And if you are on my other social medias, you probably do know that. But in this one, we are going to go over to Wirral Aquatics and do a fish shop tour. So here we are, guys, at Wirral Aquatics. Me and Joe had a week off work, so we had a little trip out. We went to see her dad, and he's not far from Wirral Aquatics. So I have done a shop tour of here before, and it was quite a while ago. So do you know what? While we was over that way, we nipped in, we went to see Steve, and we just did some footage in this unbelievable fish shop. Guys, this has not been going for long, but you wouldn't think it without just how epic it is. And obviously right now, I'm just walking you through the layout of the shop just to show you. It's quite big, just to show you what they have going on. And they've got some beautiful display tanks in the middle. And then on the outer, they've got all different kinds of fish, which we will show you all of those things throughout this video. He is based in the Wirral, which the Wirral is a big place. For anyone that doesn't know, it's somewhere near Liverpool. Am I right, guys? Is it near Liverpool? I think it is. But anyway, let's start with the display tanks, I would say. This is a discus tank, and this one was absolutely amazing. And I think what I did notice about every fish in this shop, the quality was outstanding. And these discus absolutely start us off well with just to show you what good quality fish they have in. Now, also on top of that, the way that Steve, what was the word, scapes his tanks is to die for. But yeah, this is the first of about, I think there was about 6, and then the big massive one in the middle. And then this one was a little favourite of mine, obviously with the South American cichlids in there. A lot of detail in the scaping, which is really nice with the rock and the plants and stuff. And I love to see that when I go in fish shops. When I go in a fish shop and they've taken some time out for putting some tanks in there, we can go in and check out and have a little bit of a buzz off, or even learn something and get some ideas from. I really love that. So yeah, this one was quite, you know, for someone who doesn't scape the tanks very well, was quite in awe of. But as you can see, a lot of detail, a lot of time and effort's gone in, and you can't fault them at all. But yeah, Wirral Aquatics, like I said before, I've not been going for that long. But, you know, you walk into this shop, you're greeted with just amazing customer service. And yeah, I'd highly recommend people visiting this place. I mean, this snakehead is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? And like I said, what a beautiful, beautiful scape for this snakehead. Almost when I was looking at this, I was thinking, do I do that? This is the big display tank in the shop. I can't remember the size, but it's huge, guys. And again, Steve has gone for some discus. The last time we was here, there was an arowana and some stingrays in this tank. So obviously what they're doing is they're changing it up every now and again, and, you know, giving people something different to look at. But another tank that is full of unbelievable detail. Now look at this shoal of tetras. What is that? That is unbelievable, isn't it? And I was having this conversation with our fishy family the other day, actually, talking about you cannot be a tank with an absolute ton of tetras in. And my favourite tetras are the Colombian tetras. And I once had about 40 odd in a tank once, and they just looked epic. And when I must admit, when I walked in here, that was the first thing that caught my eye. But anyway, again, lots and lots of nice discus. Look at that one. Just look at that one. That is outstanding. And yeah, what a beautiful setup. Then we've got Kevin the pufferfish. So Kevin is the pet fish in the shop, named by Steve's kids, and very, very, very interactive fish. And you can't beat a puffer. I mean, you can beat a puffer. You've got Oscars and stuff like this, but you know, I think they're really good wet pets, aren't they? And isn't that a beauty? Look at that for a stunning fish. So yeah, that's called Kevin. And this is the display tank when you go in on the right. And look at that. It looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Then we'll look at the stock, guys. So let's have a look at the stock that you can buy. There is tons of fishing on my visit. As you can see, the tanks are very well stocked. There is loads of tetras, these barbs, these cichlids, these all sorts of fishing, corridors, catfish, plecos. The range of fish in Wirral Aquatics is pretty good, to be honest with you. And I did come home with something, guys. So remember, I'd not bought any fish for ages. Not bought any fish for ages. And then in this visit at Wirral Aquatics, I actually came home with some fish. So I'll let you know what they are, either at the end of this video or in another video. But look, Livebearers, look at the amount of Livebearers we've got. I think what I will also point out about Wirral Aquatics is the cleanliness. So this shop is immaculate. It's absolutely immaculate. Every tank was spotless. They were doing water changes when we were over there. And yeah, you can just see there's a lot of time and effort that goes into it. These are lovely. These are stunning. And then this is a trio of, I can't remember the name of these. These came from a guy called Aquatics. So Aquatics, if anybody hasn't heard from him, is big on the talk. So if you're on the talk, go and check out Aquatics. This was his trio. Now, this is one African cichlid that I would consider. Here we go. These are the polar blues. Polar blue parrots. This is what my Honduran red point gets called all the time. All the time they call him my Honduran red points polar blue parrots. And some more beautiful tanks that escape really well with some unbelievable fish. I nearly got a blue acara. So I always say I'm going to get myself a true blue acara and then never do, because I always get something else. Because obviously I was waiting for Steve to ask him to bag me a couple of these up, and then I saw the other fish that I ended up buying. So I always miss out on true blue acaras. I don't know why, and I really like them. I'd love a breeding pair of true blue acaras. Anyway, I'll shut up rabbiting and carry on with the tour. So yeah, another gorgeous tank with a nice mixture of fishing as well. There's quite a lot. I love tanks like that where you can, you see something, then you see something else, then you see something else. Some stunning angels. Look at these angels. These are absolutely beautiful. In another beautiful tank with time and effort that's gone into it. And then some little nice, is it rainbow? Are they rainbow fish in there, and some tetras and stuff like that? And there's obviously some plecos in there because we've got the big pleco cave. Another tank really that I was saying before where you go to it and you see something. So the angels hit you in the face and then you see something else. And then you see something else. But yeah, some little geos, cute little geos. Obviously, I'm banging to my geos at the moment, guys. So, but I don't have room for any more geos, if I'm honest. And things are changing in my fish room, like I said. Can't wait to show you when that happens. We've got some big changes coming in the fish room. Yeah, lovely tank of fish, that, isn't it? Then we've got some African cichlids. I say it every time, I get feedback that I don't show enough of the African cichlids. So here you go. I mean, most shops that I go in, if I'm honest, the African cichlid range is nowhere near as much as the American cichlids. So they always, I think a lot of the shops, especially here in the Northwest, they only ever have like a little selection of African cichlids. And I don't know why that is. Maybe they're not as sought after up this way, but the ones that I go into predominantly are South American cichlids. Another beautiful tank with some nice angels. These angels are lovely, aren't they? I mean, I love angelfish anyway. I'm always going to praise the old angelfish. There's a gourami in there. Then we've got these cute puffers. Always love the puffers. Joe loves the puffers. So Joe, every time we go to a fish shop, you'll always see a stud near a tank with puffers in, if they've got any in. She does like them. She said to me a few times, can we not get a puffer? Another beautifully stocked tank with more Livebearers. I mean, if this is what you're getting stock wise, you're not stuck for choice, are you? Do you know what I mean? You're not stuck for choice. I wouldn't envy the guys having to pick one out that you pick, though. Imagine you saying I want that one and they've got to get it. That's going to be a job in hand, isn't it? Then some, what are these called? I forgot the name of them. I forgot the name of these guys. But again, some beautiful fish, a big range. Love the Danios. Cracking range of fish. Honestly, guys, this shop is
It's just epic. Really enjoyed it. We were over that way, like I said, so we visited Joe's dad. We went to some garden centres and what have you. Some nice bettas. Oh, these are lovely as well. Oh yeah, I remember these actually. I was loving these. I really like betta, you know. I really do. More tanks just absolutely full of fish. I mean, the colour. When I was walking around the shop, I was like, the colour in this shop at the moment is just striking. But yeah, there's also Adam. So Adam does work in the shop. Adam 7 Fish Tanks. Just hit 2k subscribers. So that's a massive, massive achievement. Go and check him out. These are the shrimp. Lots of shrimp as well. I obviously went on a good day, didn't I? I got a good video here because there's a lot of fish to be shown. Look at the amount of shrimp in these tanks. Unbelievable. But yeah, guys, honestly, it's a massively beautiful shop. The people are great. Steve's put a lot of time and effort into setting this business up. And yeah, had a great day. Came away with some Nanacara and a molar. I will do a video on them at some point. Got a breeding pair. Not seen them since I put them in the tank, which is quite funny. But yeah, honestly, guys, I want to say a massive thank you, as always. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. The next tour will be of Premier Aquatics, and we'll get that out as soon as we can. See you all in the next one.